Yo, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. This is the first ever week of King of the Court that I placed in the top 1%. I showed you guys the lineup and basically how much I bought everyone for yesterday. I bought them last minute, last second, and today you guys are gonna watch some of the games, some highlights here and there. I'm basically trying to make it as short as possible because obviously I played a lot more games than I usually do, and I couldn't even get it out yesterday. I needed a whole nother day to make it all happen. So after we watch all this together, we'll talk again basically, and you guys can see who was the star. Andrew Wiggins was not in game number 1, let's not forget that. So basically Winslow was getting more minutes, Tracy was starting, but then I switched it right before game 2. As we jump into the game, I want to quickly say thank you guys so much for all the love lately. Thank you to everyone subscribing and all that. I had to show you guys our first bucket, but then watch Jalen Green, man, muscle was cooking. So I've learned a lot playing King of the Court, and basically one of the top things that I've learned is just patience and being smart. And look at that, bro, kickball violation. When we first used to play King of the Court, I hope you guys can see the lag here because I was definitely lagging a lot of times differently throughout this whole run. But the good part was that I wasn't delayed, right, as much as usual. Like, it was easy to control type vibes. And look at my boy Randall with the block. So as I was saying, I used to try to go for quits. Now I basically learned that I just have to go for wins, and I don't know how he made that. But this game turned into a blowout right here. Right here is when I took over. And when it comes to King of the Court, this is the only place I'll run up the score. And shout out to Jalen Green. Flex on a boy. Literally, dude was doing it all, even hitting my free throws. But me running up the score got us to number 1. Yes, sir. This is my first time. Not maybe. Actually, this might be my second time ever seeing myself number 1. Obviously, it was game 1. So we didn't expect to be there for long. Obviously, we were going to drop off. It happens. It's a part of life. But it was cool to get this screenshot for a second. Now, right after the game ended, I had to run. This is where I had to pick up my Wiggins that I bought. Thankfully, he was already kind of set up. And look, this is me rushing. So I was just like, bro, I kept clicking the wrong menu, the wrong team, whatever it was. But we got him added. And this is how I constructed my team. I told you guys yesterday, I decided to run Tracy off the bench. That way I have a big time scorer off the bench, and we have more of a defender out here with Wiggins. Wiggins can do his thing. I had to double check his badges to make sure he was badged, and he looked good. He had a shoe. Everything seemed all right, and it was time to, like, not waste time. I don't want to waste time, but I just want to get into the next game. Game number 2 was a lot different. We were out here struggling to start, man. That's a crazy take, but we kept finding ourselves in trouble right here. It was Green, Ronnie, pick and roll, and then he'd dump it off to the big man, and it was tough. Thankfully, it was time for us to show off the new boy Wiggins. And honestly, it didn't take us long at all to come back. You see it, man. Eddie Jones, a sniper. He's also a lock. You guys will see it in this video. Hopefully, look at the defense, but big man is there to clean up. This is one of the few games I'm going to show you guys highlights from the first quarter, but look at Jalen Green. The thing was, it wasn't just my Jalen doing it, right? But I switched the matchup so I can guard his point guard a little bit better, but clearly it did not work. Jalen's just really shifty at the end of it. Like, it's hard to stay in front of that man. This man hit a crazy tough shot right here. I was kind of there, but that's a big time shot before the first quarter ends. This game was very sloppy on my ends. Look at this jump here. I don't know how that became an end one. I didn't think I landed on him, but look at Lowry, man. Big Lowry. He was getting me a lot of strips. He got me a strip right there, and then I was looking for him right here. I got a pump fake. He jumped, and Lowry was cooking. We were able to get consecutive stops, but for whatever reason, I was doing dumb things. Like, it was really dumb things back to back to back. I could have went on a run there, but instead we didn't. We kept him in it and basically let him tie it back up. He was able to take the lead on a 3, and then Eddie Jones answered right back. Can we go into the second half with the lead, or is something else happening? And somehow, some way, he got called for a foul. Someone else, like, it was a clean block up top, but down low we got called for a foul. Now in the second half, we started doing dumb things, like straight up dumb things, man. Like, that's great defense, but somehow went in. I genuinely felt like 2K was kind of on his side type vibes, because look at this. This is great defense, but it's still a foul. Now, I don't know why I didn't clip our run, but look at PJ Tucker. Amazing defense. I told you guys he has 0 stats up until this point, but one big stop right there leads to transition, puts us up 6. And from there, we honestly never looked back. It was just like clockwork. work. We started running up the score a bit. We did. He got a big offensive rebound and then got called for a foul there. But it didn't matter. We knew we won the game, but he tried to slow it down. He didn't want to score it anymore. He thought it was cool. I didn't. It's literally the only mode in the world I'll try to score as much as possible. And after that, we were 6th with 320 points. Now, I know this isn't the place to waste time, but I was really upset with like how my team was set up. For some reason, it had all the randoms. I usually have a whole random setup type vibe, but I like my court with the nets. I like everything, so I know who I am all the time. It's not constantly changing. Like the jersey's constantly changing. It's tough not knowing which logo is mine. So I took the time, the liberty to literally go ahead and change all that, and it didn't matter because we weren't on our court. Big shot there, Jalen. We missed it in transition. I thought it was a good look. I'm always gonna take those until I get more comfortable. And then look at that big time block, Ronnie. We were off to a great start in this one. I felt good, comfortable, all that, and then this happened right here. Like this Dort really was locking me up, man. He was getting so many great steal animations. Then I just watched this play. I need you guys to see this. Look at this. I got called for an illegal screen right there. That really wasn't, man. That was not. Stupid little defensive lapses like that. Like that should have been my steal. Stuff like that was bothering me. And it wasn't just that. Like I was playing defense, or I was trying to at least. There they called me for a 3-point foul. But thankfully we were like fighting through, man. Big Kemp was big this game. I think this was one of our laggier games for sure. Like I was getting it like multiple times a quarter. It wasn't like OD, but it was definitely there. And you saw Kemp there with the big block. PJ Tucker, honestly, out of nowhere, I stopped running him. But man, oh man, big white. I appreciate it. It always sucks when a white goes in, especially if it's the other person. But when it's you, it's okay. I don't know why I made that pass. That's what I was saying, man. I was just not being smart at certain situations like that. And I definitely learned from it. Every time he would come back, we'd let him kind of go off again. He literally, like, this Dort, man. It was just Dort. I was so surprised. I didn't record Al Harrington missing the free throw, but he is the worst free throw shooter for me. Like legitimately, I didn't miss more free throws with anyone else. T-Mac got a great stop on me there. That was a bad take, and we let him cut it to a 1-possession game after all that. When I tell you guys I could not hit a free throw with this man, I need you guys to just look at the lag. You could see it like a lot during some of these plays. Like there, I don't know if it was noticeable, but it was definitely there. And 2K needs to fix this situation right here, right? So like I'm on the ball, I switch over, and then my player jumps. They need to fix that, because that jump costs games. It literally does. It should not be a tie ball game right now. Big block there by Wiggins, but it got there to Dort. I kind of reached and it hurt. This fourth quarter was all his. It was not on our side at all. Like there was certain situations, like look, I got a strip right there. He picks it right back up and goes up to score. Then this man Kemp, I still hadn't learned his jump shot yet, so I was definitely struggling with him. Not gonna lie, we were struggling with a lot of people. I don't know how he got, like I went behind him there. That should have been a bump or something. But instead we are down 7 with a minute 12 left. But you know me, I'm gonna keep trying. Big Eddie Jones. We played really great defense all the way through right here, right? Last minute I was completely locked in. I was sitting up. I was kind of face forward type vibes, and it paid off. But we picked the perfect time to lag. Watch this play right here. Like watch it unfold right here. Look, we get there, and look, I don't think it would have changed if I wasn't like, because I lagged like a millisecond, but it continues to lag after. Like this whole situation with the last 30 seconds or so was really choppy. Brody missed a free throw, and I don't actually remember what happens here. I just need you guys to watch whatever happens, because something happened. I don't know what it was. I think it was just this dumb play. Yeah, I definitely just did some dumb thing like that. I don't even know why I did it, and then I fouled him. And yeah, I didn't have enough time to make the comeback. We ended up losing by whatever we ended up losing by. I don't know why I even fouled at that point. There was no reason. He's actually very smart. He was very smart. One of the smartest things I've ever seen. He didn't mean to miss that one, I'm sure of it, but he ended up missing this one. That was a really high IQ play. Kudos to this man, because I tried to call a timeout. I didn't have enough time. This was by far my worst shooting performance. We were up 12 at some point. We shot 6 of 15. I missed 3 free throws. I don't miss free throws, we win the game. Obviously, you can even look at it here. This was the quarter that literally took me out the game. The third quarter, it was just a little too choppy. Couldn't hit my free throws, couldn't hit my threes, and it cost us. We got pushed out the top 1%, but it was our first loss, and I told myself something, and that was that I always say, if I lose one, I'm not losing the second, right? I used to tell myself I'm not losing the next one. I don't lose back to back. But clearly, every week of King of the Court, I've lost all my games back to back. So I told myself coming into this one, I'm not losing anymore. This game felt like it was going to be a long one because of this little pick and roll thing. Like, some people run that play and it's annoying. Then Brody paused after a shot. And I was like, bro, is he trying to distract me? But it didn't distract me. Well, it actually did, if you noticed right there. I was a little distracted, but thankfully I was still able to make it pay. We were definitely cooking it up in this game though. Like, I felt great with everybody, man. Everyone was shooting lights out. That's got to continue to be my mindset after losses, is that I'm not gonna lose another one. This man turned on his mic. I honestly don't remember what he even told me. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember. Looking back at it now, I have zero idea. But look at Julius Randle with the great stop, and then we pushed it a little bit too much for Brody's liking. He was not ready for us at all. It was not even fun, but we gotta quit, so I like it. If you pay attention to our points, we got a total of 90 within this first half. Yes, 2 quarters, we got 90 points. I'll take that any day. Now the next game, we played the same dude over again. Yes, we did. We played the same Brody, this time on his court, and 2K was holding his hand. I'm skipping to the 4th quarter because you guys don't have to see all the little stuff. Let's just say there was a lot of little stuff, man. A lot of little stuff. Great defense there. I don't know how you can go from blowing somebody out to having a really close game, but I couldn't shoot as well in this one at all. But Big Kemp, this game is gonna close out so ugly, man. Just be ready for it. All I know is I kept looking for Kemp at the end of the day. That's really what ended up happening. I hope you guys could see the lag there. I was playing through it, man. We were really playing through it. That's what we had to do. I told myself no more excuses out here in these streets. And with 1 minute remaining, this should never ever happen right there. That's so dumb. I basically allowed Brody back in the game, even though I could have just held that ball, done smarter things. I don't know how he made that over me, but thankfully it wasn't an and one. And basically with 20 seconds left, I told myself I'm just gonna hold the ball. I'm gonna take one smart thing. He was off balling, so I already knew I was gonna make Al Harrington cut right there. That was my plan all along. I was like, let me just waste some time. I let him cut. Easy bucket every single time. I regret not killing a little bit more time on the clock. I put a more defensive minded lineup sort of in the game right here. I should have gave him way less time if I waited, but I thought I might as well get a bucket, and man, he was able to score right back. Now with 2 seconds remaining, we had to put in our offensive lineup, and watch this play right here. Look at this. I just gave it to Al Harrington under the basket. It was so ugly. Sometimes the game becomes what it is. Like last game, I probably hit 7 threes in the first quarter. This one, I couldn't buy one at all. It just was not working. I had 48 points in the paint, bro, out of 52. That's actually disgusting. I hate myself for it, but like, you have to do what you have to do to win a game at the end of it, especially that was a long game and it pushed us out the top 1%. We got to be better. We got to win games better. We got to score better, all that. Now this man was completely interesting. He was really interesting. He was running a 5-man. I have not seen a 5-man out here in these streets at all, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I never took him seriously because he was an emerald tier rep wise, even though I know that doesn't matter. It's just one of those things that makes me think like, you don't play enough to beat me type vibes. Like, I know my team a little bit better. We got a tip there, but look at this dunk, man. This is crazy green. This man had some pretty solid players. Look at this Evan Mobley and one. This man had like 20 points with his Jalen Green at this point, and my Jalen was barely doing anything. He really wasn't even out here doing crazy stuff, but I had to get him into double digits, and we were thankfully able to get a big time win. Up 30 is beautiful. I don't know why you would run a 5-man. He was calling timeouts, doing that stuff, but it definitely was not enough, and we got a lot of points for that game. I need to keep track better of how many points I was getting per game. That number 1 dude was definitely boosting, and we started seeing Splash pop in, man. Splash, as soon as I saw his name, I was like, it's over. He's catching up now. Next game, we got another Emerald rep guy. I was excited. I was like, yay, Emerald rep guys. And he did this fancy move on us. I was definitely impressed with that behind the back, but Eddie Jones was big time. You know, if I could shoot every game the same way I shoot some games, like if I'm never delayed, never laggy, I think I could always win this thing. And by win, I don't mean win-win. I mean, obviously top 1%. 1%. Man went into zone, and you know me, zone killer. But somehow it led him back into this game, as you see there, and I don't know why that wasn't an and 1. I was very disappointed in myself for letting this man come back type vibes. I just had to be more and more patient in the zone type beat. And let's just say Al Harrington could not buy buckets for us. He was the worst free throw shooter I've ever seen in my life, but he made up for it right there, and look how much he made up for it. Lowry 3-ball. This Kyle Lowry was automatic from 3. He really was. He was doing it all too. Look at that transition opportunity. And it's actually extremely sad that Al Harrington can't hit free throws because his 3-ball is money. And we were making progress, ladies and gentlemen. There was an hour and 24 minutes remaining. I only had 1 loss. I was feeling pretty good. I was like, if I can actually play it out all the way through, I think I'll make top 1%. So I just basically can't lose. So in order to play all the way through, we got to beat anyone we match up with, whether it's Lonzo, MJ, AK, and Chet, or whoever. And I was jealous of this Lonzo, I'm not gonna lie. Plus, this man was setting plays. You guys see it there. So obviously, when you first match someone, you have absolutely zero idea how they play. So it takes a little bit of time to adjust, to figure them out. So you're gonna see he probably ran that play a couple times, got it to work, and I don't know how that worked. But basketball is not a 1 possession thing. It's not 1 quarter. It's 4. You have time to adjust. And trust me, I made my adjustments. I definitely did. Look at PJ Tucker. I added him in for some defense, and he locked up, baby. I needed defense on everything. Shout out to PJ. I seen him right there on the corner, and somehow we went out of bounds. I was literally wide open. It was so weird that we went out there. Watch the plays. He ran a couple plays like over and over again. So it was this one first where you had to show there, then it would go into a Drazen pick, so you'd have to watch Drazen. I would fight through just so I could show, and I kept doing that for a good portion of the game, just showing here and there. But still, he would still score for no reason. The whole goal was to stay in it for a little bit, and PJ couldn't pick up the ball there. We gotta, I don't know, man. Like, watch it back. There's 0 words to describe not being able to pick it up. Then this part right here is crazy. Transition is our bread and butter at the end of it. You guys know that. We looked up, we saw Al Harrington. And let's say a huge shout out to Julius Randle, man. Just checked in. Watch his defense on Cat. Absolute lockdown, baby. Great defense. And I clicked really fast, so I didn't see who was shooting it. It was only right that Julius Randle will go capitalize on the other end. This dude got some great point guards for real. Like, my point guards suck that I keep winning. He had Marcus Smart as his other option. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't jealous. Look at Julius taking him off the dribble. And then I fell asleep on this play. It was just annoying. Sometimes you wouldn't pay attention. There was too much going on. So if you weren't ready, you would get caught in one of those screens. It was getting on my nerves at this point, right? I was going into the second half about to be type vibes. We let him tie it up, and this is where I said enough is enough. You guys are gonna see the setting I changed. I just went in here, I turned off ball to go over to help myself out. That way, if I'm ever not paying attention, I'm still good to go. I didn't wait for the screen there, so even though I greened it, it was a moving screen, and I had a millisecond to get this off. Got a bobble there. If Al caught that clean, I make that. Here we are in the second half, trying to get some stops, trying to create something. They call anything. My man's ran a different play right here. All he did was pick and pop, and I wasn't ready for it, and he was able to hit that. The thing is, man was good. He was good. It's just I had to run through so many picks, so many little things. Watch this. Look at that great defense. We're all over everything, and then Drazen just hits a shot. And at that point, you just tip your hat off, because there's nothing you could do when somebody's just greening everything. You feel me? Like, there's nothing to do except you gotta green right back. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this game was frustrating, man. This game was really frustrating. I was battling through every type of thing. The good news is it was almost over type vibes. I put in some of my bench guys a little early here, and Lonzo made me pay with the N1. The fact that I only had 36 points was kind of hurting me too, but Lonzo really cooked me. And honestly, not overall, but just kind of there. And yo, shout out to 2K for this white right there. That made up for that illegal screen screen. It also made up for all those buzzer beaters he was hitting with like great defense type vibes, and we actually were playing good defense. That was what was bothering me. We got a 3-second right there. It was a shame that I really was like kind of over everything. I was always there. I really played great defense this game. Like looking back, I was there. It really just came down to great offensive players doing things. Like look at this great defense. What more can you do? I was playing really smart where I would like take forever to like inbound the ball so I could kill more clock. I was gonna roll it there, but he started coming out. But like overall, I thought we played a pretty smart game, and I could say that about the whole tournament. I was everywhere on switches and whatnot. I would make the adjustments when possible. I wasn't leaving anything to chance type vibes, and I absolutely had no problems holding the ball for 24 seconds down the stretch. I wasn't gonna rush. I wasn't trying to score when I didn't have to, especially that I knew all I had to do was win the game. I could not lose. I wanted to play all the way to the end. I didn't want to lose any more games, so just me playing smart was cool. This is the story of the game. If you guys weren't paying attention before, every great defensive possession led to him scoring. But look at me, I didn't even let him foul. I don't know if he was or not, but we dunked that thing home and we hit 1,000 points. There was an hour remaining, so I knew I had at least 2 games in me, hopefully 3. If I could win 2 games or at least one of the next, then I was able to get in a third, and that should be able to get me enough points. Let's actually look at the leaderboards right here, because Splash is at around 1,200 and that booster was at 1,600. Now here we are entering the last stretch, and we matched up versus one of the better teams we've seen for sure. He had 2 really good hidden gems in his starting lineup. That AK always gives me trouble. Chris Paul's no joke, and Tracy McGrady. This game is the game for the ages. Let's watch how it starts with the charge here. 2K actually blesses me back. It gives me a charge right back, and they should have just kept it, because like bro, they couldn't let me make passes. This was a very interesting man, especially looking back, knowing everything that I know. I just have to say that he calls for a cut right here. He's able to score. I just really need you guys to watch how he plays. We can watch the cuts when they come, because I know how to guard those a lot better than I used to. They're definitely guardable for sure, and we were all the way around for the most part. Look at that great defense, and now we out to the racist type vibes, right? That is the plan, always to give the ball to Wiggins. Thank you. I was absolutely clamping up on all of it, right? We were literally clamped up. Great defense for the most part, like I was for the last little bit. Look at us pushing it here and out to the free throw line. So if I am not mistaken, up until this point right here, I'm 0 for 5 at the free throw line with Al Harrington. I have not hit one at all. I finally get my first one to drop. Now there are multiple reasons why I said this guy was interesting, and I'll just say it right now off the bat. Look at him calling for the cut to basket. Y'all see it, bro. Y'all see it, right? Y'all see me playing defense. Y'all seen how I've been playing throughout this whole tournament. Y'all seen all of that, right? This man had the audacity, not now, he'll say it later, to say he doesn't like the way I play. I'll tell you guys what he said, because you guys aren't going to be able to hear him. He called me a bot. He said I play like a bot. He said I wish I could shoot like him, because I can't shoot. And let me just say, why would I shoot if there's an open lane? Up until this point, have you seen me not like pass up on a shot? Like, I'm taking my shots. I'd be dumb not to score in the paint when I have an opportunity, not taking the easy shot like he should right there. Obviously, look at Jalen Green getting a stop. That was actually crazy. So you guys can see it is the 4th quarter. You see how many seconds I took off the clock there, inbounding it. Maybe I'm a bot for that reason. I did start killing clock here, and then like I did start missing. Let's be honest, guys, I wish I could shoot like my man Cat right there. Look at that green. If only I was able to do that throughout. And honestly, I get it now when I look back at this part. Like, that was kind of dumb, but realistically I really just was trying to waste too much time. It really wasn't anything more. It was kind of dumb, because look at this right here. This is the play of the game, right? I'm killing the clock, I let it roll, and I'm watching it. I go to pick it up and hit my foot, and I don't pick it up. The craziest turnover to cut it to 3 with 2 minutes left. I'm supposed to kill 24 seconds there. I'm supposed to be a minute and a half left in the game. And instead, we're in this situation. So clearly, I'm a bot. That was my fault that the ball hit my foot. That was clearly my fault. It's my fault that I'm not contesting there, and that goes in green. Cycly went to the free throw line and was able to capitalize on both. We were able to get a stop, and you guys see that he's off balling, right? So I'm calling for the cut behind the basket. Like, why wouldn't I? Just watch every possession from now till the game ends, pretty much. Let's do that. We see that he scores easily. AK was a mismatch for me. Maybe I should have put Wiggins on him, but look, cut to basket. You're gonna off ball me like that? That's how you were playing, bro. Like, am I supposed to play differently? Now, this is the craziest thing, all right? Look. We let him score kind of, I didn't mean to, but he scored. Now there's 26.5 seconds. What are you supposed to do in a situation like this? I just need you guys to answer that question. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to foul, right? He elects not to foul, okay? I'm gonna talk this whole time because this is crazy, right? I played this game really smart. I played every game pretty much till this point pretty smart for the most part. I was using my basketball IQ. I coach at a high level, well, at a level. We won't say high. I played everything smart. Watch this right here, please. So I did that, and that was very smart on his end. The smartest, craziest scenario in the world. So literally my goal was to chuck up the ball in the last second, and then we win the game, right? That's my point. Let me actually pause on it, right? That's what I'm trying to do. But basically what happens in this scenario, the ball leaves my hand at the right second, the game is over, right? So right here, what I'm supposed to do, I should have pass faked. I should have faked the pass. I should have shot it with Jalen. I could have shot it with Jalen right here. I really thought he was closing on me. He was smart enough not to. Watch it play out. He tips it back to me. If that tips out of bounds, I still win the game because I get the ball back and I'm still able to throw it up in the air. And since we didn't get to throw the ball up, now we're in trouble. I tip it out, so now there's 1.6. So I'm like, all right, cool. At this point, bro, honestly, this whole game, I was relaxed. I was chilling. I didn't feel like I was in pressure at any point at all, even till this point. But he gets wide open right there, and I genuinely have no idea. Like, I don't know what I did wrong there. At least I'm talking at the time. Maybe I don't know. There's a lot of things I did wrong, but I should have been on Winslow. I should have been. I'm a great on-ball defender. I don't know why I wasn't there, and we lost the game somehow. There is absolutely zero case scenario in the whole wide world that this is the shot clock, game clock, 2-point game, and any human being loses. Actually, the whole scenario is crazy. From when I rolled the ball and I didn't pick it up, like, all of this just shouldn't have happened. And up until that point, I was like, GG, tip my hat off. He won the game fair and square. I should have been better. I wasn't mad at it. I was happy he hit the shot. I was like, green light, cool. You don't get mad at it. Green going in type vibes. He played it out perfectly, even though he didn't foul, which is weird to me, but it worked out for him in the end. It really did. So now I'm really, really close to being out the 1%. If you look at it, we're really almost out of it. So I have to lock in for the last game or two. Now, guess who we play in our last game? Same dude, and you already know me, man. We don't lose back to back. Bro, all I have to say is, you guys saw how he played. You saw how I played type vibes. I just want to know how I played like a bot. I literally gave him that game. I should have literally finished that game so much differently, and I don't know why I fouled that. But up until this point, he hadn't even said anything to me. Like, till this point, we were just playing. I thought a good game about the first one. I was like, I'm not letting it happen again. But of course, now that he knew he lost the game, right? I did everything perfectly this time around. I decided not to waste as much time. I still was wasting time. It's still kind of like the meta, not meta, but it's supposed to be what you do. I'm too much of a basketball head not to waste time when I can. But Brody couldn't hold it in. He had to say and speak his mind. Call me a bot. He said I play like a bot. He was upset, and then I turned on my mic. I had to say something back, and I was like, you're lucky you won that first game anyway, because you had no business winning that game. I'm pretty sure 99 out of 100 times I win that game, and he got that one time. He literally got that one time, and that's what he told me. He's like, you wish you could shoot like me. You wish you could play like me. That's what he told me, bro. Bro, bro, it was a good game. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say in the whole world. But I understand it. Nobody likes to lose. The thing that bothered me though, after all that, is he knew who I was. So that's what bothered me. The point that bothered me is, dude watches my videos and had the audacity. Like, why you do that to me, my man? Like, you guys could see the screenshot. He messaged me after because he got me out of character. He really riled me up. I started talking crazy. I don't like doing that. I really do not like doing that. But you can't tell me something like that and then talk to me like that, because I'm not toxic, bro. I don't play the game. Maybe I do play like a bot, cool. But don't, like, you came at me funny. You came at me mad funny. I don't even mind. Like, you could have just said, bro, you got lucky. Oh, blah blah. But bro, you played worse body than me, bro. Like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. I'm chilling. It's just, I didn't really like that because I really didn't do anything wrong. He was upset that I wasn't shooting a lot of threes, but like, I shot enough when I was open. I don't force type vibes. All I knew is there was 10 minutes left, and pretty much I knew I had it locked for 1% at this point. This point I was good. I was like, I'm gonna play one more game just to get more points, because it's obviously gonna change. 12-13 might not be enough, and it clearly was not. So I'm glad I got into another game. Look at Splash though. He took over number 1. And with 10 minutes left, we matched against a dog. I seen this dude's name on the leaderboard earlier. He was there with me when my name was still up there. Toby Bryan. He ended up turning on his mic. We talked it out the final 4th quarter. We talked it out the whole time. It was great. It was fun. It was chill. Shout out to him for pretty much having a relaxed, cool game at the end there, because it was sweaty. I was definitely sweating those first 3 quarters. I was sweating the whole 4 hours. I had to use the bathroom earlier and couldn't because of what was happening. I was just cool to know that I got 1% for the first time in our lives. Literally first. It took me a lot of weeks. It took me a long time. And hopefully it's not our last time. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we can continue getting better, being better, building our team, and hopefully the rewards get better as well. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy Mosballin, top 1%. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope it was fun. I was wearing my Russell Westbrook shirt because I always remind myself, why not? I might be a dad now, but I can make all these dudes my sons. I actually should have won, or could have won, both games that I played there. So I could have went undefeated. Obviously, I didn't. And shout out to the people who beat me. Shout out to the people I played. Shout out to all the good, fun games. Shout out to everyone out there. I hope you guys have been having fun playing 2K in general. And bro, we got the top 1% reward. Whether it was worth it or not, you guys can check out the video I dropped yesterday. Honestly, I think it wasn't worth it at all in any way, shape, or form. But it was a start for us. It definitely was. I think our leading scorer throughout the whole thing was probably Andrew Wiggins, looking back at it now. So AW was a dog, big Wiggins. Jalen Green was great. He was big time. I think Lowry always had a solid impact every single game. I think he's a really great PG for his price. Al Harrington, besides the free throws, if he can't hit free throws soon, he's out of here. Shout out to Kemp's defense. Shout out to him running, being able to finish on top of dudes. That sounds so bad. Huge pause, no diddy, holy sheesh. I'm not editing that out. That was the craziest sentence that ever came out of my mouth in my life. I don't even know how that happened. How did those words structure one after the other like that? Bro, I'm done. I'm not even finishing this video. With all that said, see you guys later. It's been your boy Mos. Y'all know the drill. And Ballin. And bro, what in the world did I just say, dog? Oh my. Shout out to Splash. 4 in a row. Always finishing. No, I'm done. Ballin out.